Welcome to Sailing Avanti. We are Gerard and Jacqueline, sailing our 41-foot monohull Avanti around the world from Cape Town, South Africa.
We are currently between the Cunha, or more famously known as the San Blas Islands of Panama.
Although you can't see it, the conditions are pretty crappy for motoring. The wind is about 20 knots, almost we suppose on a close reach direction. And yeah, the waves is quite big. We've just gone behind a little reef, so that's protecting us a bit, but yeah, not ideal to motor in these conditions. I wish we could just sail a bit, but yeah, we just need to do about 20 nautical miles to the next anchorage, so we're just trying to hang in there. Jackie is feeling a little bit ill, so she lost her sea leg somewhere, but yeah, we're trying to push on today to make some good mileage. From basically about 2 days from now, our direction will also change a little bit more to the west, so we will be able to sail more instead of just going into the wind.
Through this very narrow passage, we find our anchorage for the night. It was a very windy night, and because we were quite a distance from the town in the wrong wind direction, nobody came to fetch the anchorage fee or came by to say hi. The next morning we picked up our anchor as soon as we could. We finally had some wind on the beam and not on the nose like we've had for the past week. It was time to go sailing. Our little fish has to wait in here until we finish anchoring. Woo! Everything happens at the same time. Sail in, get ready to anchor, and then we have a fish on the line. Our tuna catcher has sadly lost a leg, but it looks like he still has enough. 6.5. As soon as the anchor set, it was time for Gerard to gut our dinner. Sesame sheared tuna steaks and mash is our favorite meal to share with our Pacific friends. Sun up, anchor up, because our posse of 3 had a bigger distance to travel today. As we left all at the same time, only with our genoas out, it was time for a little race. Well, no one called it a race, but somebody still has to arrive first, don't they? What a day! Flat waters, 15 to 20 knots, and off we go. What are we going to catch today?
Another tuna, perfect for dinner.
We hope. So who's out today? Pinky and the Rainbow.
Pinky is out now. And the other two that we used yesterday will be going out as well. But only after we turn.
What an awesome day sailing. The engines are finally off, the sails are out. Then again and Pacific are behind us. The wind's nice at about 12 to 15 knots, so not in a rush anywhere, just cruising. And although it's not a race, we're winning. We're in the lead. Pacific took the lead at some point, but we have a higher mast, so let out all of our massive Genoa to take back our lead and arrive first at our lunch stop. Second fish! Woohoo! San Blas!
Another bonito.
Another bonito. Dinner is sorted again. Okay, Tom, I've got it. Got it. Woo! Uh-oh, we forgot to take in the other line. We've got another fish, we think. Maybe it's just sarcasm, Kara. What do you need? Nothing. Oh no. Another tuna maybe? Or my this time. It's a tuna, but it's too small. It's a baby. So we're gonna release it back. Unhook it.
So last night we arrived at Isla de Tigre. It's a small island with a village here in San Blas, and the entrance is quite narrow on both sides, so we kind of followed the Bauhaus charts, and we opted to enter on the west, so we went all around so that we can get the wider, or it looked like the wider entrance. And we entered. Pacific was quite some distance behind us. Both of us sailed to the island, and the sun wasn't great, so we could, upon entry, we could see some breakers or just some shallow spots. But we kind of followed the Bauhaus charts, which has been pretty accurate up to now. At least we went very slow, but then all of a sudden it was extremely shallow and we actually hit the ground. I think it wasn't a big hard bang. We just kind of, I think gradually the keel touched the bottom and we kind of got stranded almost. We had to go hard astern to get going again. But yeah, after that we were a little bit freaked out entering there, so we opted to go to another island that's less trickier to get into. Pacific still went into that island, and in the end they managed to find the channel, but they lifted their keel and their rudder, and they had 5 meters minimum depth almost. And afterwards we actually checked the navionics charts, and yeah, strange thing is the navionics chart showed the reef that we actually grounded on. So you never know here what to use or what to trust. And I suppose we were a little bit slack in terms of maybe we should have waited for sun. It was a bit cloudy, so I don't know if the sun would have been out. But yeah, it was quite stressful, and we were stressed out last night. Luckily the boat's still going. We're not taking on water, or it was not a hard bang, so I guess the damage is very minor or none, luckily.
Arriving at Green Island felt like heaven. We were finally far enough from the mainland for me to be brave enough to swim. The waters were clear and the surroundings absolutely breathtaking. We had been moving daily up until this point, so once we dropped anchor here, we ended up staying a few nights to calm our nerves and rest a bit. It was great to be back in the water, with so many fish we know and a few new ones. Not as much as we're used to though, but the coral colors were stunning. Until, in the top right corner, a shark swimming towards me. My irrational fear kicked in, and I did exactly what you're not supposed to. I splashed like hell and flew back to the protection of Gerard. Our dinghy was a good 15-minute swim away, and I swallowed approximately 2 liters of salt water, but safely made it back to Avanti and our gorgeous Anchorage. Join us next week as we explore more of these picture-perfect islands. We have a few jobs to do, and Gerard finally finds a beer to taste. A big thank you to our amazing Patreons who financially support the making of these videos. You can join them by clicking on the link in the description below. Or just leave us a comment, a like, and subscribe to see the rest of these Kuna Yala Islands with us.